Okay, equipment options. So there's a lot of different type of equipment out there that you could use, and there are now 4K cameras that you can go out and buy. We do have one of them for Relicura. We also have this particular Panasonic video camera. And the reason why I have this particular one up here is that I have used several different cameras over the last 10 years, and this particular make and model has been the most robust and longevity that I have found. It's also got a little bit of a nicer price point as $400 versus like $3,000. And it really is just a great camera to take into the field and do these oral history interviews. It's somewhat lightweight, easy to use, fairly excellent video quality, just short of 4K really. And what's nice about this one versus the 4K that we ended up finding out in the field is that the 4K needs so much extra lighting because of the higher video quality that we could just not provide that sort of high quality video lighting in the field. So using this little camera, it ended up having a better picture, having better video quality, and it's just a great workhorse of a camera. So that's what we recommend. We do not have a deal with Panasonic at all, but this is the camera we use. So take that with a grain of salt, I guess. And then in terms of audio recording, yes, the camera on the previous slide does have like a natural like place where it can take an audio. It's not great though, unless it's like right in front of the interviewee. So I highly recommend using lavalier mics, essentially little lapel clipping mics for you as the interviewer as well as for the interviewee. So this particular set, also around $400, has the two mic setup. So you and the interviewee, if you're doing a one-on-one, as well as the mic receiver. And this is the portion that plugs into your video camera that will marry the audio with the video as you're recording. You don't have to do it that way, but it does make your life easier later on, which we'll get into in just a few slides. So this is the particular set that we are using now, and I love it. Lightweight, USB-C charge, I think. Great lavalier clip mics. So, and again, not being sponsored by Rode or anybody, but these are the ones that we like. And then think about accessories. So it really doesn't matter what brand for these type of accessories, but they do tend to be forgotten if you've never done oral history interviews in the field before. So first of all, tripod. Please get yourself a tripod. Otherwise, you're going to be using tables and books to try and balance the camera on. And get a tripod that has the little liquid leveler on the tripod so that you can make sure that the camera is actually level and not askew. It's really hard to tell when you're actually looking at the little camera windows. So getting the tripod with the little liquid leveler is what I recommend. Also, if you are doing oral histories in the field versus at your office or studio, travel chargers and extra cords are always good. And getting a travel bag for your equipment to help store all of the different stuff you may need, and multiple storage cards. So each camera, or excuse me, well, yeah, each camera is still accurate. Any camera you have will have at least one, sometimes two storage card areas. You'll need at least one to do recordings. And depending on how much storage they could each have on them, you may need multiple, as well as if you're doing multiple oral history interviews and you're not going to have a chance to download the content from the cards, getting bigger ones or extra ones is always helpful. So I usually have at least a few with me, and I try and get the highest storage available possible so that you're not worrying while you're doing an interview as to how much space you have left before the storage runs out on the camera.